Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, police are looking for answers following a head-on crash that left 2 people dead.
Plus, what one police department is doing to prevent porch pirates from stealing packages.
And we'll also catch up with a local author and illustrator who has a new book just in time for the holidays.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll have those stories and much more coming up, but first we're going to check on the forecast. Looks like a really nice day ahead.
No snow. Devin Biggs has the details.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Our first weather today is brought to you by Crosby's Sports Shop with a large supply of ammo in stock. Custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest ultraviolet tackle. Call today. So nice looking a weather picture today. Not much going on in our state. Remember that rain we had not that long ago? Well, now it is all gone. Just a couple of passing clouds, but we do have some snow depth, especially north of Bangor, where some places have even several inches of snow, and more is on the way. Not much more is coming in, maybe a half an inch, a dusting, maybe an inch in some locations, but nothing here in Bangor the next couple of days. Temperatures, though, are cold. They're definitely cold enough to support some of the snow. Look at Bar Harbor and Machias. 29 in Bar Harbor, 28 in Machias, so it is cold here in Bangor. We have temperatures below freezing, so definitely cold enough to support snow, but none is on the way. Today, though, we'll have temperatures in those mid-30s, mostly sunny skies, so hey, at least the sun will be out. Tonight, another cold one outside. 25, 24, 25 is going to be that low temperature, partly cloudy skies once again. Tomorrow, though, warmer temperatures, but hey, can't have the best of both worlds, folks. More rain is on the way with temperatures well above average and hovering close to 50 degrees. So bring out those sweaters, put away those jackets for now. Today, though, we'll have lots of sunshine and temperatures continuing to rise into those mid-30s.
Thank you, Conrad.
Well, in today's news, 2 people were killed in a terrible crash in northern Maine. It happened just before 10 o'clock Monday night on Route 1 in Westfield. State police say 41-year-old April Kellerhalls was driving north and came around a corner to find a vehicle driven by Dale Drake in her lane. Kellerhalls could not avoid Drake's vehicle, and they hit head-on. A witness told police Drake was speeding and not staying in his lane. Kellerhalls was transported by ambulance to the hospital in Presque Isle, where she was pronounced dead. Drake died at the scene. U.S. Highway 1 was closed for several hours in both directions while the scene was investigated by police.
Fire crews had to work quickly to stop a fire that was spreading in a well-known tool manufacturer in Eddington. Crews were called to PV Manufacturing on the main road just before 10 o'clock Monday morning. Deputy Fire Chief Craig Russell says when they arrived, they found a small fire in the roof above the boilers.
They reported the fire early. We were able to get here quick and get the fire under control pretty quick. It's just been a lot of pulling insulation up in the roof.
The boilers are located in a stand-alone building outside the main facility. Russell says firefighters had to remove some of the roof panels that had been damaged by the heat in order to ventilate the smoke. He says no one was hurt, but the fire was very labor-intensive. Crews from 7 communities provided mutual aid.
A man accused of murdering a man in Washington County, in the Washington County town of Robbinston, will go on trial today. Charles Townsend is accused of setting a house fire that killed 66-year-old Wayne Morrill. It happened back in October of 2020, and authorities say Townsend watched as the house burned. Morrill was trapped inside and died from smoke inhalation. Townsend is now charged with arson and depraved indifference murder. He has been held without bail in Machias since his arrest.
A Bucksport teacher is facing charges after he allegedly assaulted a student. Police say the alleged assault took place on October 20th, but they did not receive a report about it until November 21st. Following an investigation, police arrested 52-year-old Christian Coble of Stockton Springs. He's charged with aggravated assault. The victim of the alleged assault is 5 years old and a student in the RSU 25 system. Coble was released on bail. His initial court appearance will take place in January at the Hancock County Courthouse.
A man accused of taking an impromptu joyride in a police cruiser appeared in court Monday. 27-year-old Kyle King is charged with theft by unauthorized taking and impersonating a public servant. Augusta police say King stole a police car while an officer was taking a report in the lobby of the police station on Saturday. Through the use of GPS tracking, police later located the cruiser at 150 Western Avenue in a Shaw's shopping center. Chris and Adriana Jackson say they were harassed and followed by King through the Shaw's parking lot moments before police made the arrest.
State's asking for $5,000 cash bail. And we are asking as a special condition that he have a mental health evaluation prior to release. Without going into great details about the probable cause affidavit, because I do know the court has reviewed it, the state has significant concerns about the facts in general and the possibility of some mental health issues that seem to be apparent in the probable cause affidavit.
The judge ruled there be a cash bond of $2,500 and a mental health evaluation as conditions of King's release. King is also prohibited from returning to Shaw's and Augusta. King is expected to be back in court in April.
The Washington County Grand Jury has indicted a mother and son on drug charges. 61-year-old Tammy Davis and 39-year-old Nicholas Ames, both of East Machias, were indicted for aggravated drug trafficking. They were arrested in September after drug agents and Maine State Police raided a home on the Jacksonville Road. During a search of the residence, police seized fentanyl and crack cocaine worth more than $15,000, as well as more than $2,400 in suspected drug proceeds. As part of the investigation, police also arrested 33-year-old Jermaine Henry and 27-year-old Rashawn Howard of Bronx, New York. The grand jury indicted both of them on charges of unlawful trafficking of scheduled drugs.
Well, many people are ordering gifts to make sure they're delivered to our doors in time for the holidays. To make the season a little less stressful, one local police department has made it a priority to stamp out porch thefts.
Matthew Durantzik has more.
In an effort to reduce the amount of package thieves this holiday season, Skowhegan Police Department is continuing its annual Operation Safe Delivery program.
Citizens in Skowhegan can take advantage of utilizing the police department's address to mail packages from Amazon, Postal Service, whatever, and have them dropped off here at the police department.
Starting Monday, November 28th and running until December 22nd, Skowhegan citizens can have their packages shipped to the police department in their name and pick it up at this safe drop location.
And the process for this is so simple. You first come to the window and ask for your name and show ID before going and getting your package. And Chief Buckingham is hopeful that the Skowhegan people will use Operation Safe Delivery to their advantage.
We're here for the community, and this is just our way of giving back to our community here in Skowhegan. Let them know that you can come with us to us with more than just a complaint of a crime that has taken place. We're here to help you out.
Citizens like Jenny Farrelly believe that this idea will help provide a sense of comfort for those who fear their deliveries will get stolen.
I think it's wonderful that the police department is doing that for the community, so people have options. They can go away and they can feel safe about having packages delivered.
And with this holiday season likely to be a busy one, Chief Buckingham hopes that more people will be using the program.
Last year it was, that's a great idea. This year it's all, I can't believe you're doing this again. This is fantastic. So I'm really hoping to see a lot more people in Skowhegan take advantage.
Matthew Durantzik, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Growing restrictions for health care for transgender youth in some states like Texas and Florida could compel some people to relocate here to Maine. A.J. Douglas spoke to a local advocate to shed light on this growing issue.
We know from the data, we know from the science that it is not a safety concern. It is purely just transphobia.
Earlier this year, a few GOP-led states began implementing a number of restrictions related to transgender healthcare access for teens receiving hormone medications. Rulin explains how an erupt in hormone medications could cause suicidal thoughts.
Gender-affirming hormone therapy is still vital, life-saving, important health care. And when people try to or successfully block youth from accessing that care, they are not saying, I am concerned about your safety. They are saying, I do not want these trans teens to exist.
Families living in states that have diminished access to transgender health care are reportedly relocating to states with better accessibility, like Maryland and Massachusetts. But Maine could be next.
I think we'll get some folks, especially if you have folks who are already used to living somewhere rural, that may be appealing. But I think that some other states, particularly states that are more well-known for being trans-friendly.
The U.S. Assistant Secretary of Health, Rachel Levine, continues to release statements in support of transgender care access. The Massachusetts native is the first transgender federal official to be confirmed by the U.S. Senate. Mabel Wadsworth Center provides gender-affirming hormone care to adults and referrals for teens. Facility leaders say all services should coexist with gender-affirming treatment.
For providing, of course, abortion care, prenatal care, we offer primary care as well now. All of these examples of care should be accessible and affirming to all people who need them.
In Bangor, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
In other news this morning, Maine will benefit from $5 million to help restore fish habitat along the St. Croix River. Senator Susan Collins and Angus King announced on Monday the federal money is coming as part of the bipartisan infrastructure law and the America the Beautiful Challenge.
The money will be used to improve fish migration at the Milltown and Woodland dams. Officials say it will greatly improve fish passages along the river and traditional spawning areas for herring and other at-risk species. That same spending bill will also give Maine millions to invest in upgrades for roads, bridges, broadband, and more. Gas prices in Maine have fallen more than 6 cents in the past week. According to Gas Buddy's survey of more than 1,200 stations around the state, the average price is now $3.82 a gallon. That's almost 3 cents a gallon higher than a month ago and more than 36 cents a gallon higher than a year ago. Patrick DeHaan, head of petroleum for Gas Buddy, says, quote, as millions of Americans hit the road for Thanksgiving, we saw gasoline prices continue dropping coast to coast last week, and a new record was set for the largest single-day decline in the national average. He went on to say, quote, all metrics look very positive for motorists, as this week is likely to continue seeing falling gas prices, with many areas falling to the lowest level since Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February.
Certainly is good news for anybody hitting the road these days.
I know. I saw about 360. I was in Massachusetts over the weekend. I saw that 360 at a couple towns throughout the state. So I'm interested to see if we'll follow behind that.
I think we were right around there. I think the highest price yesterday was like up over $4 here somewhere in Maine. But for a guy who just bought a pickup truck, though, I'm thinking about gas prices. But
definitely,
got to get where you got to get, though.
Right. Well, the time is now 6:13. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, a Bangor police dog receives a grand send-off as he begins a well-deserved retirement.
But first, another check of our forecast. Looks like a beautiful, mostly sunny day today. The highs near 37 degrees. The clouds will be moving in tonight with lows dipping down to around 24. Tomorrow, we can expect more rain showers with a high near 50 degrees.
We have a lot to be thankful for. And a lot to celebrate. This holiday season, let's do more than see the people we love. Let's be with the people we love and make the holiday memories that we will cherish for a lifetime. Let's begin at Bangor International Airport, the official airport of making tomorrow's holiday memories today. FlyBangor.com.
Now is the best time to get a great deal on a vehicle at #1 Van Sickle Kia. We have a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles with payments and prices for every budget. Plus, we'll pay you top dollar for your late model vehicle, even if you don't buy from us. There's never been a better time to buy, sell, or trade at Van Sickle Kia.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
You know, I love me some good GMA in the morning. Robin, George, Michael, and GMA. Now that's how you start your day.
Good morning, America.
Yep, bring your friends.
You originally agreed that you were at fault in this accident?
No.
Or you originally agreed to make a payment plan?
No.
Am I wrong?
Oh, yeah.
Hot Bench. Tuesday at 3 on ABC 7.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, one of Bangor's furriest and finest officially retired Monday with the blessing of the Bangor City Council.
Beth Jones has more.
Before we vote on this, I'm wondering if maybe the latest retiree for the city of Bangor might be in the audience. I don't know. Is this the latest retiree?
K9 Aki appeared before the city council alongside his longtime handler, Sergeant Jamie Fanning. The council snapped a few pictures of the veteran K9 before making it official, voting yes on an order to retire Aki and transfer ownership of him to Sergeant Fanning.
Thank you, Sergeant. Thank you, Aki.
K9 Aki has been on active patrol with Sergeant Fanning for the past 8 years, right from the beginning of his watch. The pair has covered every call they were summoned to.
He's an 8-year-old shepherd. He's been with me since February of 2015. We've been together for almost 8 years now. He's done a good job. We've tracked a lot of people. We've found a lot of drugs.
She says the work they did finding missing children was especially meaningful for her.
The biggest thing for me is we've tracked a lot of kids in our years, and that is a huge reward when you get to find a kid at the end of a track with your dog.
Fanning says Aki was a beloved member of the department and definitely made his mark.
Yeah, this is going to be definitely weird without him. I mean, every time we walk into work on a daily basis, when we walk through, everybody's like, "Oh, hey, Aki," and I usually walk through like, I'm here, guys. Hey, good morning. And they're like, "Oh, we're so sorry. Good morning." But it's definitely going to be weird without him because everybody's always looking for him here at work.
The K9 is retiring at the advice of his veterinarian, who says there have been persistent issues associated with performance and training that are common with older dogs. Sergeant Fanning says it is bittersweet to see Aki retire, but she's thankful to be able to keep her partner in retirement.
It's time for him to spend the rest of his time on the couch.
Reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22, I'm Beth Jones.
Oh, we'd also like to thank K9 Aki and Sergeant Fanning for their service. You know, hopefully he has a long, happy retirement.
I know.
He gets lots of treats.
I know, still very handsome.
Yeah.
Well, Governor Mills marked the start of the Christmas season by welcoming some award-winning Christmas trees to the Blaine House yesterday morning. Now on display, the 2 big balsam fir trees from First Kind Tree Farms in Dover Foxcroft and a 6-foot balsam fir from Boiling Spring Tree Farm. These trees were chosen after winning awards at the People's Choice Christmas Tree Exhibition at the Freiburg Fair. Some award-winning wreaths were also hung at the Blaine House for all to see. Wanda Wilcox won a blue ribbon for her wreath and says she was thrilled to be part of the special moment.
Being asked to come to this, I was called a couple weeks ago and I didn't hesitate. I thought, what an amazing opportunity. And it's been more than I could have expected.
Finest Kind Tree Farm in Dover Foxcroft has plenty of other great trees and gifts available this holiday season.
They know what they're doing up there, too.
Yeah.
They grow great trees.
Yeah, those are beautiful. I love making a wreath.
Have you started decorating yet for the holidays?
I have. I have kind of
Yeah.
just less kind of red and green stuff and gold, but more just putting up like snowy paintings and stuff like that.
'Tis the season.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the time now is 6:18. Coming up after the break, we sat down with a local author to discuss their new book release just in time for the holidays.
This and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
I've been having foot pain for at least 10 years. The first day I put the key boot on, I could tell the difference. My pain level has been so much better. I was amazed. The key boots made it possible for me to actually walk without pain. I can go shopping, walking around the store without wanting to cry. I mean, I feel like dancing sometimes. The key boots made all the difference. Very happy with it. Comfort shoes, it's just changed my life.
ABC 7, Fox 22, and Next Home Experience are presenting an opportunity for you to win free money. $15,000 could be yours. For more info and to register to win this national sweepstakes, go to our website, foxbangor.com. Drawing will be held on December the 12th. Brought to you by Next Home Experience. Looking to sell your house this holiday season? Buyers are looking to buy your home. Contact a Next Homie and get looped and get sold today.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Well, a well-loved Maine children's author and illustrator has a new Christmas book out just in time for the holidays.
Our Jody Hersey met up with Chris Van Dusen at the Briar Patch in Bangor to hear more about his latest work called A Very Mercy Christmas.
There's something really magical about his books, and I think, a lot of people have a few of his books as their favorites of all time. The Circus Ship is one of mine, of course.
Chris Van Dusen of Camden is one of Maine's most well-known children's authors and illustrators. His artistic work can be seen in books such as The Circus Ship, Big Truck Little Island, and the Mercy Watson series, written by author Kate DiCamillo. Mercy is a toast-loving pet pig that lives on Decawoo Drive with her owners.
Always kind of thought I might do something with art because I was the type of kid that drew all the time, and so I kind of thought there might be art in my future. But I thought I was going to be a comic strip artist, and I sort of worked on that when I was a kid. But it's a lot harder than it looks.
Turns out Van Dusen's calling was children's books. He visited the Briar Patch in Bangor over the weekend to sign his latest illustrated tale called A Very Mercy Christmas.
I have a very strong memory of my childhood and like what I got for Christmas when I was 6 years old, and all those things, all those memories come back and really help me write the stories and figure out what the illustrations are going to look like. So
kids lined up to meet the author and illustrator and get his autograph.
Yeah, how have you been?
Briar Patch owner Jabron Graham says hosting Van Dusen and other Maine authors is an early Christmas present for children and adults alike.
I call him the prince of Maine authors just because he's so kind and gives so much time to every single child and family that comes in to see him.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
It's very nice, to have somebody say that about you, too. It says a lot about a person.
I know. It's nice to have a face to the name, especially with authors.
Yeah, very giving person. Very nice.
Right.
It's time to check out our weather forecast. Looks like some really nice weather coming up here today.
I know, nice and chilly. Conrad Sapinski has the details.
Thank you so much. Our Maine weather today is brought to you by Crosby's Sports Shop with a large supply of ammo and stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest ultraviolet tackle. Call today. So lots of clear skies outside today. It is a whole different picture than what we had just 30 hours ago when we had some more rain in the area. Not much going on in our state, and pretty much the whole Northeast is in the clear. New York City, D.C. is in the clear, but look what's coming in. Those are some thicker clouds, a little bit of snow in the upper Midwest. That's going to develop into a pretty intense low-pressure system where some places in the upper Midwest might even get close to a foot of snow. For us, though, temperatures will go up north and we'll have a rain in the area. That's going to arrive pretty much in the afternoon hours tomorrow for the most part. Really picks up in intensity overnight, but then quickly starts to move out. So by the morning hours on Thursday, hey, for that morning commute, we are in the clear. So bring an umbrella still, where we might have some drizzle still left over, but overall, we will be clear. We're looking at around 3/4 to an inch of new rainfall moving in. Some places might get a little bit less, close to 1/2 inch, but overall, it's going to be a good rainmaker. We're looking at around an inch of rain for the most part across the state. Winds right now are blowing at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Gusting close to 20, so not looking too bad. Machias, a little bit stronger winds. That's why we have a gale watch in the area until the morning hours on a Thursday, and also a high wind watch until 1 a.m. on Thursday, and just south of us, where winds will actually pick up in intensity the next couple of days. Temperatures, though, have been cold the last couple of weeks. We had temperatures in the 30s, some 40s, besides the last 4 days where we did have temperatures in those mid-40s, lower 40s, and even some 50s for our high temperatures outside. We should be hovering at around 39 to 40 degrees as our high temperature. So the next today pretty much we're doing that, I would say upper 30s. Tomorrow, a lot warmer than that. Then we're pretty much going to be hovering close to average besides Saturday, where more chances of warmer air start to arrive. Today, though, temperatures hovering in those mid-30s, slightly below our average for this time of year. Mostly sunny skies. Our extended forecast outlook does show that rain moving in. Warmer temperatures, hey, can't have the best of both worlds. But Thursday, we start to have a couple of flurries still lingering, maybe a drizzle or two, but then quickly moving out. Sunshine returns, and then Friday into Saturday, more chances of rain.
This week on GMA, make a splash with the stars from one of the most anticipated movies of all time, Sigourney Weaver and Sam Worthington. Plus, don't forget about Mindy, live.
I'm not missing out on this.
This week on Good Morning America.
You got 100 points.
Have you been moisturizing?
Just sunscreen.
That's 50 points.
With AARP Rewards, anyone can earn points.
Who's got 200 points?
You've got 200 points.
It's the free loyalty program that rewards you.
They're ready for you.
That's 300 points.
And helps your money, health, and happiness live longer.
By these times, 200 points.
Start earning and redeeming points today.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
Whether you're hurt by a box truck or by any commercial vehicle, you may have a big case worth big money. If you've been hurt by any commercial truck, call the Twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial truck? Come out on top. Call the Twos.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to snow blowers, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel, or Newport.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back, everyone. The U.S. soccer team is preparing for a must-win match against Iran tomorrow at the World Cup. Meanwhile, politics and policy between the two rival nations is once again becoming a problem.
Fox News senior national correspondent Rich Edson tells us why.
You're pronouncing our country's name wrong. Our country is named Iran, not Iran. Are you okay to be representing the U.S. meanwhile there's so much discrimination happening against black people in America?
An unusual pregame news conference at the World Cup, though this is the United States versus Iran.
My apologies on the mispronunciation of your country. That being said, there's discrimination everywhere you go. In the U.S., we're continuing to make progress every single day.
A match to decide if the U.S. or Iran advances to the next round grew even more contentious when the U.S. Soccer Federation posted images on social media that removed the Islamic Republic's emblem from the center of the regime's flag. The Federation has deleted the controversial image and includes the standard Iranian flag on its other posts. U.S. Soccer says it was supporting women in Iran. Iran's government-backed media has called on FIFA to expel the U.S. from the World Cup. Team USA players and coaches say they knew nothing about the altered flag ahead of the posts, though they endorse the sentiment.
We support women's rights. What we're doing as a team is supporting that while also trying to prepare for the biggest game that this squad has had to date.
For months, there have been protests in Iran after a 22-year-old woman, Mahsa Amini, died in the custody of Iran's morality police. Human rights activists say authorities have killed hundreds and arrested thousands. Iran's soccer players offered their own protests, refusing to sing the regime's national anthem before their first game. That could have serious consequences in an authoritarian state like Iran. Security services have reportedly arrested a former national team player and the supreme leader's niece for supporting these protests. In Washington, Rich Edson, Fox News.
And now on to the looming rail strike. President Biden stepping into the ongoing fight, calling on Congress to intervene and block a strike that could overwhelm the economy. ABC's Ike Ajachi is in Washington with more.
This morning, President Biden stepping into the ongoing rail labor negotiations, speaking directly to Congress, telling them to intervene.
The president has been very clear. Shutdown is unacceptable because of the impact that it would have on jobs and families and farms and businesses and communities just across the country.
A shutdown could cost the economy an estimated $2 billion per day and place a massive strain on the trucking industry.
Rail goes down, and then all the shippers are going to rely on trucks to get their product to store shelves. So all those Amazon packages, it's going to cost a lot more.
The American Trucking Associations, as well as more than 400 business groups, signing a letter to Congress saying we call on you to take immediate steps to prevent a national rail strike and the certain economic destruction that would follow. Experts say a strike could even affect the country's water supply.
A lot of chlorine is put on rail, goes to water supply facilities.
So far, 4 of the 12 railroad unions rejected a recent agreement with rail operators brokered by the Biden administration. It included a 14% wage increase that grows to 24% by 2024, 5 annual $1,000 bonuses, health benefit enhancements, and an additional personal leave day. But the main sticking point has been the amount of sick leave for rail workers. If a deal isn't reached or forced by Congress, a strike could begin after December 9th. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi responding, saying the House will take up legislation this week requiring railroad crews to work under the tentative agreement reached between unions and railroads in September. Now, if the House passes a deal, Democrats would need Republican support in the Senate to pass the bill. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, there are growing concerns in Hawaii, where the world's largest active volcano has been erupting. After decades of inactivity, the Mauna Loa volcano has been spewing lava from its crater. The lava is not threatening homes at this point, but residents are on alert. Authorities are also playing it safe. The National Guard is on standby, shelters are being opened, and Southwest Airlines has also canceled several flights. There's no way to tell how long the volcano will erupt, but officials say it could be weeks before lava reaches any populated areas. Imagine living next to a volcano.
That's something quite unimaginable to us in the Northeast.
Yeah.
We have a lot of other stuff. No big spiders and no volcanoes.
They can have the volcanoes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and still to come here on the second half of our show, we'll get a glimpse inside the new locally owned toy store in Bangor.
Plus, a look inside a new gift shop at a much-loved rural restaurant. That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
Christmas is really about the kids. And as always, Rennie's has a great selection of toys this Christmas season.
That is so true. I mean, look at all this stuff. Green toys, Tonka, Dream Collection dolls. We have so much more and plenty of it. We're holding the line on our already low prices through the end of the year. So get to Rennie's and get your shopping done. Can you tell Santa?
Thank you for shopping locally.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
Your favorite restaurants were half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
If you need coffee,
check.
Tasty treats,
check.
Freshly made pizza, check. Or wine and spirits,
check.
Stop by and fill up your tank and check us out.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
Don't cry, don't whine. Get yours where I got mine.
at BB's Tattoo Company, 262 Moosehead Trail, Newport.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has you covered for the seasons ahead with an affordable Kia for everyone. Front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, hybrids, and fully electric vehicles. Find your next vehicle here. You'll get more car for less money when you upgrade at Van Sickle Kia. Plus, you'll get Kia's market-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business. Get started at VanSickleKia.com.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, today is November 29th, 2022. It is also Giving Tuesday, which is touted as a day for generosity by individuals and organizations in order to have a positive impact on communities.
On this day in history, in 1944, Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore performed the first open-heart surgery. And in 1953, American Airlines began their first regular commercial New York to LA air service.
In 1972, the Atari video game Pong was released in Andy Capp's Tavern in Sunnyvale, California. This is known as the first commercially successful video game. We had that at my house, and we played the dickens out of it.
An Atari?
Neat. Yeah, an Atari.
Cool.
It was just Pong. It goes back and forth, back and forth.
Right.
But we played it for hours. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, they had one like Pac-Man style in the bar.
In the actual bar, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
But I think there is one local, in Bangor at least, I'm pretty sure they have an old Atari system.
Really?
Or maybe I'm probably mistaken, but it's an older video game system.
I know they have these now, like the Asteroids game, you can get them. It's kind of like a stand-up thing you put on your table or whatever, but it has some of the old retro games like Asteroids and Tempest and whatever. But
I know it's at Queen City Cinema Club in Bangor. I know they have all the old machines and everything, but they have to know how to fix them. So it's crazy how it's harder to have stuff like that now.
Have to check that out sometimes.
Yeah.
Today's birthdays.
Right. For today's birthdays, we have British author C.S. Lewis, who was born in 1898, and the late Chadwick Boseman would have been 46 today. He's known for his roles in Black Panther and 42.
He was incredible in Black Panther too.
Right. Yeah. Right. With the new one already recently coming out.
That's right.
Yep.
Haven't seen that one yet.
Me either.
All right, let's talk about the weather. Kind of wacky weather for this time of year. Some people getting snow, not around here though. It seems like rain is the story around here, but not today.
Chilly today, warmer tomorrow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Conrad Zapinski has the forecast.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Our first weather today is brought to you by Crosby's Sports Shop with a large supply of ammo in stock. Custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest ultraviolet tackle. Call today. So nice looking weather picture today. Not much going on in our state. Remember that rain we had not that long ago? Well, now it is all gone. Just a couple of passing clouds, but we do have some snow depth, especially north of Bangor, where some places have even several inches of snow, and more is on the way. Not much more is coming in, maybe a half an inch, a dusting, maybe an inch in some locations, but nothing here in Bangor the next couple of days. Temperatures, though, are cold. They're definitely cold enough to support some of the snow. Look at Bar Harbor and Machias. 29 in Bar Harbor, 28 in Machias, so it is cold here in Bangor. We have temperatures below freezing, so definitely cold enough to support snow, but none is on the way. Today, though, we'll have temperatures in those mid-30s, mostly sunny skies, so hey, at least the sun will be out. Tonight, another cold one outside. 25, 24, 25 is going to be that low temperature, partly cloudy skies once again. Tomorrow, though, warmer temperatures, but hey, can't have the best of both worlds, folks. More rain is on the way with temperatures well above average and hovering close to 50 degrees. So bring out those sweaters, put away those jackets for now. Today, though, we'll have lots of sunshine and temperatures continuing to rise into those mid-30s.
Thank you, Conrad. Well, a new gift shop is now open in Freedom at the home of the Lost Kitchen restaurant. The seasonal restaurant, made famous by the TV show of the same name, stars local chef and entrepreneur Aaron French. Although the Lost Kitchen is closed for the season, French and her staff decided to open a holiday market gift shop at the historic mill in Freedom. She says it's a chance for visitors to check out the restaurant while buying Maine-made products from talented craftsmen and artists.
It's all small batch and homemade and just made by people that we know by first name, and some of it is it's like one of a kind, and it's really a way for us to be able to highlight other things that we love, not just food, but other Maine goods that we love, and really be able to share that.
The holiday market at the mill is open Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. until December 23rd.
Now, there's a new toy store now open in downtown Bangor. Out on a Whimsy Toys opened its newest location at 49 Main Street in Bangor. The toy store has shops in the Belfast and Blue Hill areas also. The store managers say shoppers will be able to find lots of Christmas gifts for kids of all ages at their store. They say they have everything from puzzles, trucks, and Legos to dress-up costumes and fidget toys.
Oh my gosh, we have been wanting to get to the Bangor area for years. We're so excited to be close to the Children's Museum especially.
We have been just blown away by the support that people have given us. We didn't really do any advertising. We just opened the door and people have been flowing in.
Out on a Whimsy Toys is now open 7 days a week. Pretty neat too. I went to the one in Belfast and you'll find some really unique toys that you really won't find anywhere else. So.
I'm not surprised to hear they've been working on it for a while, because that's something that I think downtown Bangor could really use.
Yeah, welcome to Bangor, folks.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz and Ryan Sudol will have the latest in local sports.
Don't go away.
When outdoors, some people like it hot and some people like it cold. However, when indoors, most people like it comfortably warm. Choose a Boderas boiler from McCusick Petroleum Company to provide you with comfortable and efficient heat. They also offer sales and service on many brands of furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. McCusick Petroleum Company delivers oil and LP gas to homes and businesses throughout the Pequot region. If you'd like more information on pricing or service, call or stop by our office in Dover Foxcroft.
I'm Jay Pearl from Carroll Harper & Associates, Maine's most experienced Medicare health plans agency. Every day we hear how complicated navigating the Medicare maze can be. Let us help. From enrolling in Medicare to finding the right Medicare health plan, we are your go-to agency. We represent Martins Point Generations Advantage and other Medicare health plans that meet our quality standards. There's no cost or obligation for our services, so call Carroll Harper & Associates today.
The Internet of Things is evolving, creating the Internet of You. And Spectrum, America's leading internet provider, is bringing you seamless connectivity across all your devices. Introducing Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet with speeds of 300 megabits for smoother surfing, streaming, gaming, and more. Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy on all your devices. And one line of Spectrum Mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data and nationwide 5G included. Get it all for just $49.99 a month. Call 833-976-4999.
We know your life is busy. You have a lot to do. And like you, the news doesn't stop. So when you are ready for us, we'll be ready for you. WVII.com.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. For the past 3 years, Bangor's Anna Connors has been a force in her lane on the track. She won an individual title in every event she ran during the Outdoor Track and Field State Championship this past spring. And over the weekend, she put pen to paper to continue her track and field career as a Yukon Husky.
It was really nice to just be able to make the decision and have that stress put to rest, and it's a big relief.
This weekend, a weight was lifted off of Anna Connors' shoulders. The Bangor track and field standout signing her national letter of intent on Saturday to run with Yukon next year.
It really came down to the wire on deciding, but it came down to location, like the rural area. It's what I'm used to, and I love it. And I also have good friends at Yukon and former teammates too, so that really helped as well.
Throughout the years, Connors has certainly made her mark on the Rams' indoor and outdoor track programs.
She's just such a tremendous kid
great work ethic, and it's just been a privilege to enjoy the ride and just witness. She never ceases to amaze me. You heard all the accolades. It's something like 7 individual state titles, 3 records.
It's really a lot to take in, and I haven't really fully grasped like all the moments that I've had, and it's just really nice to be able to look back on it now and just see what it's helped me work up to.
Behind her efforts, the Rams took home state championships in both seasons last year.
Those state meets, they're so competitive, and anytime you walk into one and you're pretty confident you're going to get 30 points just showing up with Anna, it's a huge leg up going into the day, and just kind of a calming presence.
With how successful she is on the track and in her lane, it's what she does behind the scenes too that's really stood out.
Tremendous leader, incredible. Kids really gravitate around her. She leads by example. She holds herself to a certain standard and works her butt off, and it's contagious. So you see other kids working their butt off, trying to get better.
And the future Husky was quick to credit those in her corner for helping her get to where she is today.
They're my support system, and they really, all of them, help me so much.
Congratulations to Anna. Looking forward to see what she can do this indoor season coming up this winter and then outdoor in the spring. Staying with running now, Orono cross-country junior Ruth White, who already has a long list of accolades, made history over the weekend. White, the back-to-back state champ and back-to-back New England champ, has qualified for the Champs National Cross Country Championship, becoming the first girl from Maine to do so. White placed 4th in the Northeast Regional Championship this past weekend, running the race in just under 18 minutes. Back in October, she won the state title by 42 seconds. The Champs National Cross Country Championship is just 2 weeks away, December 10th in San Diego. Over to the gridiron now, where the Patriots are preparing for another Thursday night football matchup. In this one, perhaps the biggest game of the season so far. New England lost by 1 touchdown on Thanksgiving, but I personally feel a lot better about this team, well, this offense, than I did a week ago. Mac Jones over 300 yards, 2 scores, and no picks. They now have a full week off before another Thursday night matchup, this one at home, and it's their first time seeing Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills this year. First time since they lost in the playoffs in Buffalo last winter. For Mac Jones, he is coming off of a great week, but it's a brand new beast this Thursday, and he knows exactly what they're up against.
They look like a really good defense, great players at every level, really well coached, attack the football. You know, they rally to the ball, all the things that they've done for a long time, and it's a great defense and a big challenge. So we know we're going against the best defense in the league, so we got to be ready for that, and it really starts with us and just playing the best football we can.
Staying down there, Celtics in action on Monday night. They are hosting the Charlotte Hornets, looking to improve to 17-3. Jason Tatum, he's having an MVP year. He'll have to keep it up without Jaylen Brown tonight, though. Monday night, he had no problem doing so. First quarter, contested 3, no problem at all. C's hot out of the gate. Still in the first, they're up 24 now. Malcolm Brogdon on the drive. He would kick it out to Marcus Smart, and he buries the 3. Smart getting in on the fun. Boston up a ton, and they would keep piling it on. Great passing here. Ball eventually finds Grant Williams. 4-3 from the corner. That one's good. And then even Blake Griffin would join in on the fun. I haven't seen a Blake Griffin dunk like this in years. C's win big, 140-105. All right, let's head to the soccer pitch now. A huge match on Tuesday for the USA men's national team against Iran at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And it all comes down to this for Team USA. They need a win on Tuesday to advance. A draw or a loss sends them home. After failing to qualify for the World Cup in 2018, they now have their moment to get in. And with all that's riding on the game, it's easy to get caught up in the importance of it. But the team is just looking at it for what it is, just another soccer match.
For us, you know, it's a soccer game against a good team. And it's not much more than that. You know, it's a knockout game. Both teams want to go to the next round. Both teams are desperate to go to the next round. And that's how we're looking at this match. You know, we're very focused on what we could do as a team, as are they. And we think it's going to be, you know, a good soccer game.
You know, we're laser focused on this match, as they are as well. We know how important this is for our progress of our team and what we want to do to prove to our country, you know, how hard we've been working. And we know they want to do exactly the same.
I will definitely have my eyes on that one, but that's all the time we have for sports right now. We'll be right back after this.
Do you have leaky pipes? Are you planning a plumbing job? Is your heating system working right? Are you designing a plumbing project? Then contact Harley's Plumbing and Heating Plus.
If your toilet will not flush, Harley will be there in a rush. Furnace bit the dust today. Harley crew is on the way. Harley Plumbing, Harley Heating.
990-2200. Call now.
Harley!
Call or visit online.
Napa knows how to stay warm, and with 29 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts has just what you need to prepare for any outdoor activity. Lightweight, durable, and designed for comfort, Milwaukee's heat-on-demand jackets and hoodies are perfect for cold weather. And stay warm even longer with a free battery when you purchase any M12 heated gear with Milwaukee's e-rebate program. And while you're here, sign up for Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Welcome to Bennett's Gems and Jewelry in Belfast. With beautifully crafted gemstone jewelry you'll be proud to own or give as a gift. See why our longtime customers call Bennett's their favorite gift store, with an irresistible selection of genuine Maine tourmaline. Fine jewelry and gemstone giftware. Bennett's Gems also pays cash for your old gold and silver. Open till 6 every day, even Sunday. Bennett's Gems and Jewelry is on Route 1 in Belfast, next to Perry's Nut House. Look for our famous pink dinosaur and prepare to be delighted.
Welcome back, everyone. An industry giant strikes a new deal. Legendary rockers have a big announcement, and a famous TV family is back.
It's all in today's Hollywood Nation with Fox's Ashley Dvorkin.
You attack my family. It's going to be the last thing you ever do.
The Duttons return. Metallica rocks into 2023, and Perry goes to Prime Video in the Hollywood Nation. Tyler! Entertainment giant Tyler Perry has closed a deal with Amazon Studios to write, direct, and produce 4 films for Prime Video. In a statement, Perry said he's looking forward to continuing telling unique stories and bringing his next projects to the global audiences that they reach. Metallica is rocking into the new year with a new album and tour. The legendary band confirmed its 12-track 12th studio album is called 72 Seasons and is out April 14th. It's the first full-length collection since 2016 and clocks in at over 77 minutes. Metallica also announced their M72 2023-2024 World Tour starting April 27th.
Tell the world what happens when they cross me.
Today's First Looks has a look at the Duttons circa 1923 with the trailer for the Yellowstone origin story. Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren lead. The two play Jacob and Cara Dutton in the spin-off. The trailer shows them getting ready for a range war with their new neighbors. 1923 premieres December 18th on Paramount+.
Your fight is with me, and I kill much slower.
Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
That one looks very interesting. I've been loving the Yellowstone series and the other spin-off. I don't remember what it was with Tim and Faith. You know, so
I don't know that one, but I love period pieces.
Yeah,
so
bring it on.
Yeah.
All right. Liking this weather too. I know some people are welcome. They want the snow.
I know.
It's that time of year.
Yeah.
I'll welcome it around Christmas too, but for now it's okay. It's going to be still pretty sunny out there today.
Quite chilly. Conrad Sapinski has the details.
Thank you so much. Our main weather today is brought to you by Crosby's Sports Shop with a large supply of ammo and stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest ultraviolet tackle. Call today. So lots of clear skies outside today. It is a whole different picture than what we had just 30 hours ago when we had some more rain in the area. Not much going on in our state, and pretty much the whole Northeast is in the clear. New York City, D.C. is in the clear, but look what's coming in. Those are some thicker clouds, a little bit of snow in the upper Midwest. That's going to develop into a pretty intense low-pressure system where some places in the upper Midwest might even get close to a foot of snow. For us, though, temperatures will go up north and we'll have a rain in the area. That's going to arrive pretty much in the afternoon hours tomorrow for the most part. Really picks up in intensity overnight, but then quickly starts to move out. So by the morning hours on Thursday, hey, for that morning commute, we are in the clear. So bring an umbrella still, where we might have some drizzle still left over, but overall, we will be clear. We're looking at around 3/4 to an inch of new rainfall moving in. Some places might get a little bit less, close to 1/2 inch, but overall, it's going to be a good rainmaker. We're looking at around an inch of rain for the most part across the state. Winds right now are blowing at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Gusting close to 20, so not looking too bad. Machias, a little bit stronger winds. That's why we have a gale watch in the area until the morning hours on a Thursday, and also a high wind watch until 1 a.m. on Thursday, and just south of us, where winds will actually pick up in intensity the next couple of days. Temperatures, though, have been cold the last couple of weeks. We had temperatures in the 30s, some 40s, besides the last 4 days where we did have temperatures in those mid-40s, lower 40s, and even some 50s for our high temperatures outside. We should be hovering at around 39 to 40 degrees as our high temperature. So the next today pretty much we're doing that, I would say upper 30s. Tomorrow, a lot warmer than that. Then we're pretty much going to be hovering close to average besides Saturday, where more chances of warmer air start to arrive. Today, though, temperatures hovering in those mid-30s, slightly below our average for this time of year. Mostly sunny skies. Our extended forecast outlook does show that rain moving in. Warmer temperatures, hey, can't have the best of both worlds. But Thursday, we start to have a couple of flurries still lingering, maybe a drizzle or two, but then quickly moving out. Sunshine returns, and then Friday into Saturday, more chances of rain.
Rainey's a main adventure.
What's going on, Adam?
I'm just trying to stay warm this winter.
You got to stay warm this winter and come to Rennie's to do just that. We got lots of boots. We got Kamek, we got Sorel, Columbia, you name it. We got ice cleats, we got snow pants, we got lots of hot hands, and for your toes too. Get to Rennie's, get ready for winter.
How the heck do you get into these things?
Thank you for shopping local.
Rennie's a main adventure.
Happy holidays from Maine Collision Center. For all your collision repairs, we help straighten out your life. Season's greetings from all of us at Color Concepts, 840 Hammond Street, Bangor. See us for Benjamin Moore Paints and Hunter Douglas. ADA Fence would like to thank all past and present customers for your patronage. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. We are the top source for screen printing, embroidery, branded merchandise, and direct-to-garment printing. With 25 years experience, state-of-the-art equipment, and a commitment to excellence, why trust your apparel products with anyone else? And now, Brandywine Graphics can easily launch online stores for your school or organization. Simply design your products from brands like Eddie Bauer, Carhartt, and more. Share the link and we'll do the rest. Like we said, Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. Find out more at brandywinegraphics.com or at our Hamden location. Ben's Auto Body specializes in collision and corrosion repair, as well as mild restoration, always using PPG paints and refinishing. If it fits in our shop, we will fix it. Located 8 miles west of Walmart, just off Route 2 in Palmyra.
Let me see your hand. You're under arrest for espionage.
What was accused of carries a death sentence.
We cannot let the boss down. This is a matter of life or death.
Well, we are about out of time. Good Morning America is next on ABC 7. We will continue broadcasting on Fox 22.
Have a great Tuesday.
Thanks for joining us, folks.
It takes all types to play Family Feud. The flirty sister.
Name something Steve Harvey might wax.
What about that behind?
The dancing dads.
Family Feud!
The way too honest girl.
You just met a guy who's a perfect physical specimen. He's probably what?
Stupid.
See who shows up all season on Family Feud.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC 7.
Maybe kiss, because kiss rhymes with Chris. What? I mean, right?
It takes a little logic.
The dumb thing is, I think this logic is going to work.
and a touch of luck.
Can I feel your hair?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, yes.
Rub the hose head for good luck.
To win big.
All right, there you go.
You Bet Your Life.
Weekdays at 10 on ABC 7.
A business property wasn't paying off.
I purchased it